What is going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. I hope everyone had an absolutely wonderful, wonderful day. Absolutely brutal changes rolled out at Starbucks, and they're going through a little doge of their own, a little mini doge. And I wonder if anybody, has decided that it's the same thing that's going on at the federal government. All these leftoids are having meltdowns about the layoffs at the federal government, which again I try to say, hey, look, these people are people. I understand. um you know they should be treated with respect. Hopefully they get some sort of severance or whatever. But 1,100 people were just fired from Starbucks corporate, and their menu was massively slashed due to hemorrhaging profits. Look, I think obviously the biggest problem is everybody's going to coffeebrandcoffee.com to get their coffee. Promo code the quartering to save. By the way, I'll leave a link in the description. You can see, our medium roast, 700 reviews, 4.9 stars. Our Ethiopian light roast, our ultra light roast, our dark roast, our silky dark roast. Everything available in whole bean and ground. Promo code the quartering to save, because screw Starbucks, right? Coffee brand coffee must have caused this. It's the only reasonable explanation that I can think of. Starbucks announces mass layoffs for more than 1,100 workers as problems for chain continue to mount up. Starbucks has announced huge cuts to its corporate workforce as part of its turnaround plans. The coffee chain's new CEO, Brian Nicole, announced on Monday that 1,100 employees will be laid off and hundreds of open positions will be closed. Nicole said that mass layoffs are necessary to remove duplicate jobs and increase focus. So when Elon Musk does it, the left is melting down. I wonder what they're going to say about when Starbucks does it. Now, to be fair, Starbucks, the Starbucks has drawn the ire of the left ever since they, I guess they didn't celebrate whatever happened on October 7th. Good enough. I don't really know. I don't pay $9 for coffee from a company that hates me. I started my own, coffeebrandcoffee.com, promo code the quartering to save. You should try it too. Whole bean and ground, roasted fresh on demand. Much better than that garbage dropship coffee that everyone else is selling. Won't name names. Starbucks has around 16,000 corporate employees who work on the business side in the day-to-day of running cafes. Store workers such as baristas will not be affected. The brutal cuts are among the largest in the chain's history, having cut 5% of its workforce, around 350 people, back in 2018. This is close to 10 or 11%, it looks like. Office staff have been asked to work from home this week while the company gives notice to those being laid off. Employees will be informed Tuesday if they are losing their jobs. This is always the brutal thing, I think, about kind of corporate America. It would suck to find out that you were getting fired or laid off or whatever in the paper, or on I guess more aptly, on Twitter or X or whatever the case may be. I definitely think like that does stink, and I do feel for those folks. Again, Starbucks is not exactly, people can just not go to Starbucks, and I think they shouldn't. Despite Nichols' turnaround plans, Starbucks still reported its fourth consecutive quarter of declines, with sales down another 4% in the quarter, ending in December. The chain has suffered after customers grew tired of years of price increases, long lines, and poor service. Nicole has slashed the number of deals and menu items in an effort to boost the company's bottom line. Well, if people are sick of the price increases, I'm not sure that slashing the bottom line is going to be, exactly what I would have prescribed. But again, what do I know? I only run a better coffee company. This is the thing. This is what they hired him for. Nicole has slashed the number of deals. He has also cut the popular perk of being able to visit a Starbucks location without ordering anything. Ooh, the homelesses aren't going to like this. One of the reasons a lot of people didn't want to support Starbucks is they let people literally shoot up in their bathrooms. And, I'm not exactly sure that that's a great way to spend money. I don't think that that's a great, idea for safety. I don't think dads and moms really want that to be the case. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be drinking my $9 suboptimal coffee, next to a guy shooting smack. That's just, kind of a general rule of mine. I guess call me crazy. He had also cut the popular perk. Oh, the former Chipotle CEO is considering reintroducing free newspapers to the chain's 16,000 stores. Self-service condiment bars where customers can add their own extra milk and sugars are also being reinstated. Shortly after taking the job, Nicole went undercover to Starbucks locations to investigate customers' gripes. After discovering how long it took to get a basic Americano, Nicole pledged to speed up service and bring back Starbucks' old cafe vibe. Well, the wild thing about Starbucks, if you're asking me, is, I just don't know why people go there anymore. You used to be able to go there, order your coffee, go sit down, or go have a smoke outside. Before you even finish your smoke, your coffee was ready. Or, your stuff used to be ready in like a minute or two. But then I think they started focusing on hiring blue-haired weirdos, and that became the biggest problem for the chain, at least in my opinion. On March 4th, the coffee also will remove 13 drinks from their menu. The selection of drinks are being removed will include both hot and cold drinks, as well as a few blended Frappuccino drinks. According to Starbucks, these items leaving the menu are not purchased often, are difficult to make, and are similar to other beverages already on the menu. As part of our plan to get back to Starbucks, we're simplifying our menu to focus on fewer, more popular items, executed with excellence. Any idiot could have told you that. That's all people want out of a coffee shop, by the way. That's what people wanted out of a coffee shop. Nobody wanted like the unicorn fart coffee or whatever it is that they wanted to put out. People just wanted stuff to be done quick, reliably. I mean, there's a reason that McDonald's has existed in a million different countries for a million different years. Because I can get a quarter pounder with cheese by my house or down in the ghetto, and it's pretty much going to be the same. I could go to a different state, a different country, and a quarter pounder with cheese will be basically the same. Starbucks has lost that ability and lost it a long time ago. This will make way for innovation to help reduce waste times, improve quality and consistency, and align with our core identity as a coffee company. So they dropped the iced matcha lemonade, the espresso frappuccino, cafe vanilla frappuccino, the white chocolate mocha frappuccino, the Java chip frappuccino. These are all frappuccinos. Probably because the dang things take like 20 minutes to make. They got rid of white hot chocolate, Royal English breakfast latte, and honey almond milk flat white. The slimmer menu is part of Back to Starbucks initiative, a plan to simplify offerings and return to its roots. The step towards the Coffee John's goal to cut 30% of food and drink options from its menu by late this year. When CEO Brian Nicole first took charge of the company last September, he noticed that one of his priorities was to accelerate growth would be to simplify the overly complex menu so baristas can speed up service. Well, they're all going to be replaced by robots any minute now anyway. But that's just the reality. I don't know. I don't really want to be mean about it, but that's the reality. And, Americans are getting a little tired of all these like Mocha Joca BS drinks that are like 9,000 calories and 1,000,000 grams of fat. There's a reason people like those mochas and those frappes and all that stuff. It's because they have 1,000,000 calories. Again, support independent coffee shops that are owned and operated by your neighbor. This coffee would be much better. And probably buy baked goods from a local bakery. Stop serving burnt coffee. It tastes terrible, plus it costs too much. Too bad they don't add coffee to the menu that actually tastes good. My $15 12-cup maker and chock full of nuts tastes better. I don't really know what that is. If it's not coffee brand coffee, I don't know or care what it is. But this is, again, popular steakhouse chain that boomed last year has tough start to 2025 and fresh warning to U.S. economy. Texas Roadhouse had a bumper 2024 as customers snapped up at steak dinners for $20, but sales have slowed in the first 7 weeks of 2025. Sales were up 3% year over year in the period, but that's unusually low for the brand. The steakhouse chain, which has 660 restaurants across the U.S., has not seen quarterly same-store sales fall below 7% growth in 5 years. Last year, same-store sales grew 8.5%. I mean, you have Texas Roadhouse. Bad news for Texas Roadhouse, potentially. We saw Hooters. Hooters filed for bankruptcy. This is a industry-wide issue. People are still looking for value. People are still looking for deals. People are still looking to shop at home. Steaks are still pretty expensive. There's just a lot going on out there for the average consumer. You see a 31-year-old company founded in Indiana, rather than Texas, has flourished, while rivals such as Olive Garden has also struggled. Olive Garden to bring back 2 fan favorites as sales plummet and fears grow over the future of the chain. So Olive Garden, Hooters, Starbucks, all terrible news. I used to love Olive Garden. That was my go-to. I can't say one way or another if I feel like it's fallen off or not, but it would be sad to have a world without, unlimited soup and breadsticks. But times are changing, and this is, a result of a lot of these companies price gouging for too long and people getting sick of it. And hopefully they can readjust. But you have huge, huge firings coming across the board. Make sure you leave a like on this video if you haven't yet. Subscribe or follow down below. We'll talk to you again real soon.